Welcome back, dear listener, to The World Asleep. Tonight we look up into the vastness of the night sky, where countless stars stretch across the heavens, each one a distant beacon of light and mystery. Among them, a comet drifts, 3I Atlas. A visitor from beyond our solar system, it journeys silently through the cosmos, coming from a place far beyond the reaches of our familiar world. It is a comet, yes, but it is something more, something elusive. As it crosses the fabric of our solar system, it carries with it the weight of ancient secrets, a riddle that we may never fully understand. But what if 3I Atlas isn't merely a comet? What if instead it is a messenger from the farthest reaches of space, carrying a story or a purpose that we have yet to uncover? Could this interstellar visitor be trying to tell us something we are only just beginning to grasp? As we journey into the heart of this cosmic enigma, I invite you to reflect with me. If you find solace in these quiet explorations, perhaps consider liking and subscribing to our channel, as it helps us to craft more journeys around the globe. Wherever you are tonight, I'm grateful to share this moment with you as we reach beyond the stars together. Chapter 1: The Arrival of 3I Atlas. A visitor from beyond. The night sky stretches infinitely above us, a silent sea of stars, galaxies and mysteries, each one a flicker of light against the dark void of space. It is in this boundless expanse that 3I Atlas, a lone comet, finds its place, drifting across the heavens like a whisper from beyond. Its journey is one that spans light years, yet it has arrived at our doorstep, into the reach of our sun, our solar system. As it draws closer, we look up and we wonder, what brings it here? What message does it carry from the farthest, most distant reaches of the cosmos? Unlike the comets we are familiar with, which originate from the outer reaches of our own solar system, 3I Atlas comes from somewhere far beyond. It is not part of the Oort cloud, that distant realm of icy bodies at the edge of our system. No, this is a visitor from another star system, an object unlike any we've encountered before. It is the first known interstellar comet to pass through our solar system, and with its arrival, a new chapter in the story of our understanding of the universe begins. A chapter filled with questions, possibilities, and, perhaps, answers to mysteries we have yet to comprehend. Discovered in 2017 by astronomers using the Pan-STARRS KM-1 telescope in Hawaii, 3I Atlas was a quiet, fleeting visitor at first. The telescope's wide field of view captured its movement across the night sky, but it wasn't until its rapid trajectory and high velocity were noticed that the comet began to stir interest. Its speed was like nothing we had ever seen. Unlike comets that come from within our solar system, which are caught in the gravitational embrace of the sun, 3I Atlas hurtled through our solar system with a velocity far too high to have been gravitationally bound to our sun. It was too fast, too foreign, too alien. What's most striking about 3I Atlas is the fact that it came from beyond our solar system, beyond the familiar realms of space we have come to know. This comet is not just a piece of ice and dust as comets are often described. It is a stranger to our sun, a cosmic wanderer that has travelled from a place we cannot see, from a corner of the universe we cannot even imagine. Its journey began long before we saw it, in the outer reaches of the Milky Way, or perhaps even in another galaxy altogether, where the stars burn with light years of distance between them, where time flows differently. For us, this comet is a reminder of the vastness of the universe, of how little we truly understand about the space beyond our immediate surroundings. 3I Atlas is the first known interstellar object we have encountered, but it likely isn't the last. It is a messenger, a harbinger from the stars, passing through our system on a journey that spans eons, reminding us that we're only a tiny part of a much grander whole. When we talk about comets, we often speak of them in terms of their orbits. They come, they go, they move in predictable paths, following the ancient rhythms of the solar system. Yet 3i Atlas has no such predictability. Its path is erratic, a departure from the familiar. It came in at an angle we weren't expecting, moved faster than anything we had ever observed, and quickly exited our solar system as if it had never belonged here at all. Its motion through the cosmos seems almost deliberate, as if it's not simply a comet, but something more, something with purpose. As 3i Atlas passed through our solar system, it carried with it more than just ice and dust. It carried the weight of cosmic time, of billions of years of travel through the dark reaches of space. It has seen things we cannot imagine, passed through star systems that are now long gone, watched supernovas explode, and perhaps witnessed the birth of new stars. It has been on a journey, one that brought it to the edge of our solar system, where it finally entered the scope of human observation. But what does it mean to be in the presence of something so ancient, so far-reaching, and yet so fleeting? As it entered our solar system, we marvelled at its brightness. Its icy core reflected the light of our sun, creating a glowing tail that shimmered across the darkness of space. We observed it from Earth, tracking its movement with telescopes, each observation offering a small piece of the puzzle. But with each new discovery, the questions only grew. Why was it moving so quickly? Why was it shaped differently from the comets we're familiar with? What made it so unique? To scientists, these questions are not mere curiosities. They are windows into a greater understanding of the cosmos. Why had we never noticed interstellar objects like 3i Atlas before? How often do such objects pass through our solar system, and how many have we missed, hidden by the vast distances between us and the objects themselves? If 3i Atlas had gone unnoticed for so long, how many other cosmic wanderers have crossed our path, unseen and unknown? And then, of course, there is the matter of its speed and trajectory. 3i Atlas is not like other comets. It moves at an incredible speed, far faster than anything we could have predicted, and its path is unlike that of any object in our solar system. It does not follow the gentle curve of a comet's orbit. Instead, it enters our solar system at an angle, deflecting and weaving through the gravitational fields of the planets, only to exit just as quickly, continuing its journey through the cosmos. Some have speculated that this unusual movement could be influenced by something beyond natural forces, a sign of intelligence perhaps, or some kind of deliberate action. Could it be that 3i Atlas was not just drifting through space, but following a path of its own design? As astronomers study its movements, they're confronted with a realization that is both humbling and profound. There is so much we do not understand. 3 Atlas is a reminder of the great unknowns that remain beyond our reach. It is a sign that the universe is far more mysterious than we ever imagined. The answers we seek about the comet's origins, its path, and its purpose remain elusive. It is not just a comet we are looking at, but a cosmic riddle that we're only beginning to understand. The more we observe, the more questions arise. What is the purpose of 3i Atlas's journey? Why did it come to us, and what does it want to show us? One of the greatest questions that 3i Atlas poses is the one that lingers in the back of our minds. What if it isn't just a comet? What if it is something more, something with purpose? Could it be that this comet, travelling from the farthest reaches of space, carries within it a message, a warning, or a secret meant for us? The idea that 3i Atlas could be more than just a random interstellar object is both thrilling and unsettling. The universe is vast and we are but small travellers on its surface. But in moments like these, when a comet from another star system passes through our own, we're reminded of how little we truly know, and how much there is still to discover. For now, 3i Atlas fades from view, its trail behind it growing fainter with each passing moment. But its mystery remains. It has left us with more questions than answers, and perhaps that is the true significance of its journey. It has shown us that there are things beyond our understanding, things that we cannot yet grasp. And as we look up into the night sky, we're reminded that the universe is filled with secrets that may one day be revealed, but for now remain hidden in the cold, silent depths of space. But perhaps that is the point of it all. Perhaps the arrival of 3i Atlas is not meant to provide answers, but to inspire us to keep looking, keep searching, and keep wondering. The comet's brief passage through our solar system may have been its only message, an invitation to venture beyond the known, to explore the infinite possibilities that the cosmos holds, and perhaps in time we will come to understand what 3i Atlas has shown us. Until then, we remain gazing up at the stars, waiting for the next mystery to arrive. Chapter 2: The Unusual Trajectory, a Path Less Travelled. As 3i Atlas continues its journey across the cosmos, it moves with an elegance that defies the rules of our solar system. Its path, unlike any comet we have encountered before, arcs through space like a fleeting thought, unpredictable and erratic. The comet's trajectory is one of the most compelling aspects of its journey, an element that has confounded astronomers and captured the imagination of anyone who has dared to look up at the night sky. To observe its flight is to witness something that feels out of place, as if the comet itself is moving according to a plan that eludes our understanding. In the traditional understanding of cometary behaviour, we expect comets to follow a predictable orbit. These icy visitors to our solar system generally travel in long elliptical paths, tracing the same courses across the heavens as they enter and exit our solar system. The gravitational forces of the sun influence them, and they are bound by the laws of physics and motion, moving in ways that fit neatly into the structure of the solar system. But 3i Atlas refuses to follow these rules. Its journey is not defined by the predictable paths we know. Instead, it takes a sharp turn, weaving through our solar system with an unpredictability that seems almost intentional. When 3i Atlas was first observed, astronomers quickly noticed something strange. It was moving far too quickly for a typical comet. The velocity of 3i Atlas was much greater than the velocities we expect from objects within our solar system. It was as if it had come from a place beyond the reach of the sun's gravity, a place where the laws of motion didn't apply in the same way they did here. Scientists were stunned. A comet travelling at such speeds was unheard of, and the trajectory it was following seemed almost deliberate, as though it had been set on a course, guided by forces that we couldn't fully explain. The trajectory of 3i Atlas is another perplexing aspect of its journey. Most comets follow an orbital path that aligns with the gravitational structure of our solar system. They enter the solar system in a predictable manner and leave just as easily. But 3i Atlas didn't follow that pattern. Instead, it came into our solar system at an odd angle, as though it were not bound by the same forces that guide the rest of the objects here. The angle of its approach suggested that it wasn't a part of the solar system at all, that it had come from somewhere else entirely, perhaps a star, system that was as foreign to us as the farthest reaches of space. It was an object out of place, moving at speeds that seemed to break the conventional rules of celestial motion. In fact, 3i Atlas's trajectory was so strange that it seemed almost as if the comet had chosen its path, that it had come to us not by chance, but by design. Could it be that this was not an accident? Could 3 Atlas's erratic path be a deliberate choice, an intentional journey through our solar system? It is difficult to say, but the idea that this comet might be moving according to a pattern unknown to us raises intriguing questions. Perhaps 3i Atlas is not simply a visitor, but a traveller with purpose, its journey more than just a random drift through the universe, but one guided by forces beyond our understanding. This mystery has led some to speculate that there may be something more to 3i Atlas than just its strange movement. Could it be that this comet is being influenced by something beyond the natural forces we know? Could it be that there is an intelligence behind its path, something that is guiding it through the stars with a purpose we cannot yet comprehend? The idea that an interstellar object might be influenced by intelligence challenges the very way we think about the cosmos. For centuries, we have viewed the universe as a place governed by physical laws, where objects move in predictable patterns. But 3i Atlas suggests that there may be more to this universe than we ever imagined. There are forces at work here that we do not yet understand, forces that may defy our current understanding of physics, forces that may be guiding the comet through the stars in ways we cannot fathom. The possibility that 3i Atlas's movement is not entirely natural introduces a new dimension to the mystery. What if its erratic course is not a random occurrence, but a deliberate design? Could it be that we are witnessing the movement of something much larger than we can comprehend? Perhaps the comet's strange path is not just a physical anomaly, but a message, a sign, something being delivered across the cosmos to our small corner of the universe. The idea that 3i Atlas is more than just a comet, that it might be a messenger from beyond, adds a sense of mystery and excitement to its journey. It beckons us to look deeper into the skies, to question the nature of what we see, and to wonder whether there are secrets hidden in the farthest reaches of space, waiting to be uncovered. For now, we can only speculate about the true nature of 3i Atlas. Its path is a puzzle, a question that refuses to be answered. It is a reminder of how much we have yet to learn about the universe, and how little we truly understand. The comet moves through our solar system, and we watch in awe as it passes, leaving behind a trail of questions in its wake. What forces are guiding it? Why is it moving the way it does? And what does its strange journey mean for our understanding of the cosmos? Yet, even as we observe its movement, we are left with a sense of wonder and awe. The very fact that we are witnessing such a phenomenon, the arrival of an interstellar object from beyond our solar system, reminds us of how small we are in the grand scheme of the universe. We are but one speck in a vast, endless expanse, surrounded by mysteries that we cannot yet comprehend. And yet, in this moment, we're given a glimpse into the unknown. We're shown something that has travelled across light years of space to reach us, and we are left to wonder why. What does it mean to be the recipient of such a visit? What is the purpose behind this strange, erratic path that 3i Atlas has followed? It is tempting to view the comet's journey as just another celestial event, another comet passing by, another fleeting visitor in the night sky. But 3i Atlas refuses to be seen in such simple terms. It challenges our understanding of the universe, and in doing so it invites us to question everything we know about the cosmos. It asks us to consider the possibility that there is more to the universe than we can see, that there are forces at work here that are beyond our comprehension, forces that guide the movement of objects like 3i Atlas in ways we cannot yet understand. As 3i Atlas moves through our solar system, we are left to ponder its purpose. What is it trying to tell us? Why did it come to us now? Is it a message, a sign, or simply a reminder of how much we have yet to learn? The comet's erratic trajectory raises more questions than it answers, and for now, we are left to wonder about the mysteries it carries with it. But in that wondering, we are reminded that the universe is full of surprises, full of secrets waiting to be uncovered. 3i Atlas has given us a glimpse into the unknown, and as we continue to observe its path, We are left to imagine what other mysteries lie ahead. Perhaps in time we will learn the true purpose of Three-Eye Atlas's journey. Perhaps we will discover what forces guided it across the stars, and perhaps we'll come to understand the deeper meaning behind its strange movement. But for now we are left with the mystery, a mystery that will continue to beckon us as long as we gaze up at the night sky, searching for answers in the stars. Chapter 3: The Alien Hypothesis. Is Three-Eye Atlas a message? As Three-Eye Atlas continues its quiet passage through our solar system, it does not simply drift across the sky like a fleeting visitor. It holds within it a mystery that lingers, a question that hums in the back of our minds, whispering softly but persistently. Could Three Atlas be more than just a comet? Could this cosmic wanderer be carrying with it something more than ice and dust? A message from the stars, a signal from beyond our understanding? This question, as unlikely as it might seem, has become central to our exploration of Three-Eye Atlas. Comets are often described as time capsules, ancient relics that carry the remnants of the early solar system. They are pieces of the past frozen in time, and their orbits around the Sun tell the story of our own solar system's birth. But Three-Eye Atlas is different. It does not come from the Oort cloud, that distant region of icy bodies that orbit our Sun. It does not belong to our solar system at all. Instead, it has come from another star system, another corner of the galaxy. It is a traveller from a place we can only imagine, a place so far away that we cannot even fathom it. And yet, here it is, in our midst, moving through the heavens with a strange, almost deliberate motion. Could Three-Eye Atlas be more than a simple comet? Could it be an artificial object, sent by an advanced civilization from a distant star system, carrying with it a message for us? This idea, once relegated to the realms of science fiction, has begun to take root in the minds of many. After all, the comet's strange trajectory, its unusual speed, and its alien nature suggest that there is something more to it than meets the eye. It moves through space with a purpose, as if guided by forces that we cannot fully understand. The notion that Three-Eye Atlas could be a message from another civilization is not as far-fetched as it might seem. For centuries, we have gazed up at the stars, wondering if we are alone in the universe. We have sent our own messages into the cosmos, using radio waves and other forms of communication in the hopes that one day we might receive a response. Yet, despite our efforts, we have never received any definitive signals from extraterrestrial civilizations, at least none that we have been able to recognize. But what if Three-Eye Atlas is the first sign of intelligent life beyond our solar system? What if this comet, this interstellar traveller, is carrying with it a message that we're only just beginning to understand? The idea that Three-Eye Atlas might be a probe, a spacecraft, or some other form of artificial object raises profound questions. If this comet was sent by an advanced civilization, what message could it be carrying? What are we supposed to learn from its arrival? And if it is not a message, then what is it? Is it simply a cosmic coincidence, a random object passing through our solar system, or is there a deeper purpose behind its arrival? As scientists examine the comet, they are confronted with a puzzle. Three-Eye Atlas's shape, its brightness, and its trajectory suggest that it is not a typical comet. Unlike most comets, which are irregularly shaped and often emit faint light, Three-Eye Atlas is nearly cylindrical in shape, with a brightness that far exceeds what would be expected from a comet of its size. Its features are clean, its edges sharp, and its surface smooth. In fact, Three-Eye Atlas has a very different appearance from any comet we have ever observed before. It is almost as if it was designed, as if it was crafted by an intelligence with a purpose. Its surface reflects light in a way that seems intentional, as if it is sending a signal to anyone who might be looking. The strange appearance of 3i Atlas has led some scientists to propose that it could be an artificial object, sent by an alien civilization to communicate with us. The possibility that this object is not just a natural phenomenon, but a constructed probe or spacecraft opens up an entirely new realm of possibilities. If this is true, then 3i Atlas is not merely a comet, but a messenger, a visitor sent to our solar system with a purpose. And that purpose, whatever it might be, is something that we are only just beginning to understand. There are many questions to consider. Why would an advanced civilization send an object like 3i Atlas to our solar system? What message could they be trying to convey? The idea that 3i Atlas could be a probe from an alien civilization implies that these beings are not only capable of travelling across the stars, but also of sending signals to distant civilizations, signals that we are now just beginning to decipher. If this is indeed the case, then 3i Atlas is not just an object of curiosity, but a bridge between two worlds, two civilizations, and two forms of understanding. Could 3i Atlas be the first of many such visitors, each one carrying its own message, its own signal from a distant star system? If so, then we are standing at the threshold of a new era, one in which we're no longer alone in the universe, but part of a much larger cosmic network. The idea that we are not alone, that there are other civilizations out there waiting to make contact with us, is both thrilling and humbling. It challenges everything we know about our place in the universe and our understanding of life itself. But the question remains, if 3i Atlas is a message, then what is it trying to tell us? What is the purpose of this interstellar traveller, and why has it come to us at this moment in time? The comet's arrival is a cosmic event, one that may hold the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. Its passage through our solar system is not just a chance encounter, it is a moment of cosmic significance, a moment that challenges us to think beyond the boundaries of our own understanding. The possibility that 3i Atlas is an artificial object raises another question. Could we be facing something more profound than we realise? If 3i Atlas is not just a comet, but a message from an advanced civilization, then what does that say about us? How do we respond to this message? How do we interpret the strange trajectory of this object, its speed, its brightness, and its form? And what does it mean for our understanding of life and intelligence in the universe? Perhaps 3i Atlas is a sign that the universe is far more complex, far more mysterious than we ever imagined. Perhaps it is a message that we have been waiting for, a signal from the stars, a call to action. But until we fully understand its origins and purpose, we can only speculate. What we do know is that 3i Atlas has forced us to reconsider our place in the cosmos, to question the nature of intelligence, and to look deeper into the stars for answers. The possibility that 3i Atlas is an artificial object, a message from another civilization, challenges the very foundations of our understanding of the universe. It forces us to confront the idea that we are not alone, that there may be other beings out there, watching us, waiting for us to reach out. If 3i Atlas is indeed a message, then it is up to us to decipher it, to understand what it means for us as a species and for the future of humanity. And so, as we continue to watch 3i Atlas from the Earth, we are left with more questions than answers. What is this object? What does it mean for us? And what are we meant to learn from its passage through our solar system? These are questions that we may not be able to answer now, but they are questions that we must ask, because in asking them, we take the first step toward understanding the greater mysteries of the universe, mysteries that 3i Atlas has opened to us and that we are only beginning to explore. Chapter 4: The Silence of the Stars. What is being hidden? As 3i Atlas fades into the distance, leaving our solar system behind, one thing remains lingering in the air: silence. The universe, vast and seemingly endless, is quiet. Far above us, in the dark expanse of space, the stars twinkle silently, each one a beacon of light so distant that we can scarcely fathom the distances between them. The void of space is vast, and yet, in that very vastness, there is something strangely still, almost ominous. The absence of sound in space is absolute, the silence profound. But what does this silence mean? Why do we, as humans, find ourselves so unsettled by the quiet of the cosmos? 3I Atlas, a comet that passed through our solar system from the farthest reaches of the stars, is a stark reminder of this silence. It came from a place we cannot reach, from a corner of the universe that we cannot even begin to imagine, and yet, despite its grand journey, it left behind only the quiet hum of the cosmos. It passed us by without a word, without a message that we could decipher. Its passage is a testament to the profound silence of space, a silence that is both humbling and unsettling. We are accustomed to noise, the sound of life, of movement, of energy. We are surrounded by the constant hum of our world, the chatter of voices, the rustle of trees, the pulse of machines and technology. Yet, when we look up at the sky, we encounter a different reality, one of quiet stillness, one that seems to stretch out infinitely before us, untouched and unmoving. The stars shine, the comets pass, and the planets orbit, yet all of this is wrapped in silence. There is no communication, no acknowledgement, no greeting. The vastness of space exists in complete, utter quiet. In the case of 3I Atlas, this silence feels even more profound. Here is an object that has travelled across the cosmos, journeying from an unknown star system, and yet it passes through our own solar system without a sound. It does not stop to speak to us, does not pause to leave a sign, a clue, a whisper. Instead, it moves with a quiet determination, as though it is simply passing through, as though it is simply following a course that is beyond our understanding. The absence of communication from 3I Atlas raises a haunting question. What if this silence is part of the mystery? What if this comet, this interstellar traveller, is not just a cosmic anomaly, but a signal of something far more profound, something beyond our understanding? And if this silence is a message, what does it mean? Why has 3I Atlas come to us, only to disappear without a trace, leaving us with only the echoes of its passage and the vast emptiness that surrounds it? There is a certain beauty in silence, of course. Silence is often associated with peace, with reflection, with stillness. In many ways, it is the backdrop against which meaning can emerge. In the quiet, we are able to hear the whispers of our own thoughts, the murmurs of our inner worlds. Silence gives us space to think, to reflect, to grow, and yet, in the case of 3I Atlas, this silence feels unnerving. It is not the silence of stillness, but the silence of the unknown, the silence that exists when something passes by without ever truly revealing itself. It is the silence of the stars, the silence of the universe itself, a quiet that stretches on forever, holding its secrets close, never revealing its true nature. Perhaps this silence is the most profound message that 3I Atlas brings. Perhaps the comet has come to show us not just the vastness of the universe, but the limits of our understanding. It is as though the universe is holding its breath, waiting for us to catch up, waiting for us to realize that there is so much more out there than we can see, so much more than we can hear, and so much more than we can comprehend. The silence of 3I Atlas, in its very presence, is a reminder of how small we are in the grand scheme of things. It is a message that asks us to look beyond our own world and consider the possibility that there is more to reality than meets the eye. The absence of a clear message from Three-Eye Atlas does not necessarily mean that there is no message at all. It could be that the silence itself is the message, a reminder that not everything can be understood, not everything can be deciphered. There are mysteries in the universe that are beyond our grasp, questions that may never have answers. Perhaps Three-Eye Atlas is a symbol of that mystery, a reminder that the cosmos is full of secrets, and that some of those secrets will always remain hidden from us. In our search for meaning, we often look for answers, for signs, for communication from the stars. We send our own signals into space, hoping that one day we might receive a response. We long for connection, for understanding. But 3C Atlas reminds us that the universe does not always work according to our timetable. The silence of the stars may be a reflection of that, of a vast ancient cosmos that operates on its own rhythm, a rhythm that is sometimes beyond our comprehension. The comet's silence challenges us to accept the unknown, to embrace the mysteries that lie just beyond our reach. It asks us to look at the universe not just as a place to be understood, but as a vast expanse of wonder, a place of infinite possibility where meaning exists not only in the answers but in the questions themselves. The silence of Three-Eye Atlas also serves as a reflection of our own limitations. We are a species that craves knowledge, that seeks to understand the world around us, to decipher the hidden meanings of the universe. But there are times when we must face the reality that not all answers are within our reach. There are truths that lie beyond our current understanding, and we may never fully grasp them. This silence of Three-Eye Atlas is a reminder that we are but a small part of something much greater, something vast and mysterious. It is a call to humility, a recognition that there is much more to the universe than we can ever hope to understand. But even in this silence, there is hope. The silence of Three-Eye Atlas may be unsettling, but it is also an invitation to continue the search. It reminds us that the journey is just as important as the destination, that the pursuit of knowledge, the quest for understanding, is what drives us forward. Even when faced with the vast silence of the cosmos, we continue to look up, to ask questions, to wonder about the mysteries that lie beyond. And in that search, we find meaning. In that search, we find connection to the stars, to the universe, and to each other. As Three-Eye Atlas moves farther away, we're left with more questions than answers. What does its silence mean? What is being hidden in the vast reaches of space? Perhaps we will never know the full story of Three-Eye Atlas, but its passage through our solar system has reminded us that there are mysteries in the universe that are far beyond our comprehension. And in that realization we find both awe and humility, a deep respect for the vast unexplored reaches of the cosmos. The silence of the stars is not an absence, it is a presence, one that speaks to us in ways we're only beginning to understand. It is a reminder that the universe is full of secrets, and that our journey to uncover them has only just begun. And so, as we look up at the night sky, we're reminded of the vast silence that surrounds us, a silence that holds both mystery and meaning. In the quiet of space, we are not alone. The stars, the comets, the planets, and the galaxies, they all exist, and they speak to us in ways we've yet to fully understand. Three-Eye Atlas may have passed, but its message remains, a message of silence, of mystery, and of the infinite unknown that stretches out before us, waiting to be discovered. Chapter 5. The Cosmic Mystery. What will we find? As Three-Eye Atlas fades into the distance, its passage through our solar system feels like the closing of a chapter in a grand cosmic story. A story that is far older than we can fathom, one that stretches across light years of time and space. We stand at the precipice of the unknown, gazing into the dark expanse, pondering the mystery of what has passed and what may yet come. The comet, this interstellar traveller, has left us with more questions than answers, and in that silence, we are drawn further into the heart of the cosmic mystery it represents. The universe is vast, so vast that it is nearly impossible to comprehend its full scale. And yet, as we gaze up at the stars, we are reminded that we are not merely passive observers in this great expanse. We are participants in this journey, co-travellers in the unknown. Each discovery, each revelation, brings us one step closer to understanding the grand design of the cosmos, even as it reminds us of how much there is still left to uncover. In the wake of Three-Eye Atlas's passage, we find ourselves confronted by a profound question. What will we find as we continue to look deeper into the stars? The arrival of Three-Eye Atlas was not just a scientific event, it was a turning point in our relationship with the cosmos. It was the first time we'd observed an interstellar object passing through our solar system, and its very existence challenges our understanding of space, time, and the forces at work in the universe. Three-Eye Atlas is a reminder that the universe is not a static place, but one of constant motion, of constant change. It is a dynamic, living system that holds within it mysteries that are waiting to be uncovered, if only we have the courage to search for them. The comet's trajectory, its speed, and its strange movement through the solar system were not just anomalies, they were clues. They were signposts pointing us in the direction of something larger, something beyond our current understanding. They ask us to question what we know about the universe and to explore the possibility that there is more to reality than we can currently see. And as we follow these clues, we find ourselves standing at the edge of an even greater mystery. What is the purpose of all of this? What does it mean to uncover the secrets of the cosmos? And what will we discover along the way? The mystery of Three-Eye Atlas is not just about its origin or its trajectory, or even its strange movement through our solar system. It is about the deeper questions that it raises, the questions that go beyond the immediate mystery of the comet itself. What does it mean for us as a species to be confronted with something so foreign, so distant, so mysterious? What does it mean to realize that we're not alone in the universe, that there are forces at work in the cosmos that are beyond our comprehension? How do we reconcile our smallness in the face of the infinite, and how do we respond to the cosmic invitation that is sent our way with each new discovery? The answer perhaps lies not in the object itself, but in the journey it inspires. The passage of Three-Eye Atlas is a catalyst, an event that calls us to look deeper, to ask more questions, to search for the unknown. It is a reminder that the universe is full of secrets. Secrets that are waiting to be uncovered, if only we are brave enough to seek them out. It challenges us to look beyond the known, to venture into the darkness, to explore the vast, uncharted territory that lies beyond our understanding. And in doing so, it invites us to become part of something larger, something far grander than we can imagine, a story that stretches across the universe, a story that is still being written. In the wake of Three-Eye Atlas's passage, we are left with the realization that the universe is not a distant, unknowable place. It is a living, breathing entity, one that is intimately connected to us, to our search for meaning, and to our desire for understanding. The comet in its silence has spoken to us, not through words, but through its journey, its path, its movement. It has shown us that there is more to the universe than we can see, and that there is more to discover than we could ever imagine. The mystery of Three-Eye Atlas is a mystery of time. It is a reminder that the universe is old, far older than we can comprehend. The comet has travelled across light years of space, a journey that has spanned not just years, but millennia, perhaps even eons. And yet, it has arrived at this moment in time when we are finally able to observe it, to study it, to ask the questions it raises. Its passage is a snapshot of the cosmos, a brief glimpse into the vastness of space, and yet it carries with it a message that transcends time itself. It speaks to us of the ancient, the timeless, and the unknown, and it reminds us that we too are part of this great cosmic dance, a dance that has been unfolding since the beginning of time, and one that will continue long after we are gone. The passage of Three-Eye Atlas is also a reminder of the fragility of our existence. We're but a small speck in the vast expanse of space, a brief moment in the grand timeline of the cosmos, and yet, despite our smallness, we're here. We're alive. We're aware. We're capable of looking up at the stars and asking the big questions. Questions about the meaning of life, the nature of the universe, and our place within it. And in asking those questions, we are participating in the grand story of the cosmos. We are not passive observers, but active participants in the unfolding drama of existence. What will we find as we continue to search the stars? That is the question that drives us forward. The universe is full of mysteries, full of unknowns, and the more we discover, the more we realize how much there is still to learn. The arrival of Three-Eye Atlas has reminded us that the answers are out there, somewhere, waiting to be uncovered. And in the quest for those answers, we find meaning, we find purpose, and we find connection to something far larger than ourselves. But the search for answers is not a straightforward path. The universe is vast, and it is filled with complexity, with paradox, with uncertainty. We are drawn to the unknown, but we must also accept that some questions may never be answered. The silence of the cosmos, the absence of communication from Three-Eye Atlas, may be a reminder that not all answers are meant to be found. Perhaps some mysteries are beyond our comprehension, and that is part of the beauty of the universe, the realization that there is always more to discover, always more to explore, always more to learn. In that uncertainty, there is beauty. The universe is a place of wonder, a place where mysteries unfold and where the unknown beckons us forward. And as we look up at the stars, we are reminded that our journey is far from over. The mysteries of Three-Eye Atlas and the questions it raises are just the beginning. There is more to be discovered, more to be understood, more to be experienced. And in the pursuit of those discoveries, we find purpose, we find meaning, and we find connection to something far grander than ourselves. So, as we continue to look up at the night sky, we are filled with both awe and humility. We are humbled by the vastness of the cosmos, by the mysteries it holds, and by the realization that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. And we are filled with awe by the knowledge that, though we may never fully understand the mysteries of the universe, our journey of discovery is just beginning. Three Atlas has shown us that there is more to the cosmos than we can see, and it has sparked in us a desire to search, to explore, and to ask the questions that will continue to guide us on our path. The cosmic mystery is far from over. It is only just beginning. Chapter 6. Farewell. The universe stretches on, timeless and infinite, a place of quiet wonder and ceaseless motion. And yet in this vast expanse we find ourselves standing still for a moment, reflecting on what has passed and what lies ahead. The journey of Three-Eye Atlas has come to an end, its brief passage through our solar system now a memory, fading like a fleeting dream. It arrived from the farthest reaches of the cosmos, a messenger from the stars, and now it moves on, disappearing into the dark expanse, leaving behind a trail of questions, of wonder and of awe. But even as it fades from view, the journey it sparked within us continues. For the true significance of Three-Eye Atlas is not in the comet itself, but in the questions it raised, in the mysteries it left behind, and in the journey it inspired us to take. Its arrival was but a moment, a brief intersection of paths in the infinite stretch of time and space. And yet, that moment has changed us. It has awakened something deep within us, a sense of curiosity, a desire to look beyond the known and into the vast unknown. It has reminded us that the universe is full of secrets, that there is so much more to discover, and that the journey of discovery is what truly matters. As 3i Atlas disappears into the cosmic distance, we are left with a sense of quiet reflection. What does it all mean? What have we learned from this comet, from this interstellar traveller? And perhaps most importantly, what lies ahead for us in our quest to understand the cosmos? The journey of 3 Atlas was one of mystery, of discovery, and of wonder. But like all journeys, it has come to an end. And as it fades into the stars, we are left to reflect on the path we have travelled, the questions we have asked, and the mysteries that still lie ahead. And so, we say goodbye to 3i Atlas, not with sorrow, but with gratitude. For in its brief passage it has given us a gift. It has reminded us of the vastness of the universe, of the mysteries that lie just beyond our reach, and of the infinite possibilities that await us as we continue our journey into the unknown. It has shown us that the cosmos is not a cold, indifferent place, but a living, breathing entity, full of secrets and wonders waiting to be uncovered. And in that revelation, we find not fear, but hope. Hope for the future, hope for the discoveries yet to be made, and hope that we, too, are part of something far greater than ourselves. As we say goodbye to 3i Atlas, we are reminded that our journey is far from over. The comet may have passed, but the questions it raised are still with us. The mysteries of the universe are still waiting to be explored, still waiting to be understood. And though we may never fully grasp the answers, we continue to seek them, for it is in the search itself that we find meaning, that we find purpose, and that we find connection to the cosmos. We look up at the stars, and we are filled with both awe and humility. Awe for the vastness of the universe, for the beauty and wonder that it holds, and humility for the knowledge that we are but a small part of something far greater. We are a part of a cosmic story that stretches across time and space, a story that began long before we were born and will continue long after we're gone. And yet, in this fleeting moment, we are here, and we are part of this journey. We are part of the search for meaning, for understanding, and for connection. The silence of space, the quiet hum of the stars, is a reminder of how much we still have to learn, how much we still have to discover. And in that silence, we find peace. The answers may not come easily, and the mysteries may never be fully solved. But it is in the journey, in the asking of questions, in the seeking of answers that we find purpose. The cosmos is vast and we're small, but we're not alone. We're connected, not just to each other, but to the stars, to the universe, to everything that came before us and everything that will come after. As we say goodbye to 3i Atlas, we do so with gratitude. Gratitude for the journey it has taken us on, for the questions it has raised, and for the mysteries it has left us with. And as it moves beyond our reach, we know that it will continue its journey, just as we continue ours. For the universe is always in motion, always expanding, always changing, and in that motion we are carried along, part of the grand story of existence. The stars above us are silent, but they are not empty. In their silence they speak to us of the mysteries that lie beyond our reach, of the secrets that we may never fully understand. But even in that silence there is a message, that the journey is what matters, that the questions, the seeking, the discovery, that is where we find meaning, and in that there is beauty, in that there is hope. And so, as we leave behind the mystery of 3i Atlas, we're reminded that the search is never truly over. The universe is vast, and there are many more questions to ask, many more mysteries to uncover. And as we continue our journey into the unknown, we carry with us the lessons of Three-Eye Atlas, that the cosmos is full of wonders, that the silence of space holds its own meaning, and that the journey in the end is what makes us who we are. The night sky remains, and we too remain, connected to it, part of it, always searching, always reaching for the stars. And though Three-Eye Atlas may have passed beyond our view, it has left its mark on us, and the search for meaning, for connection, for understanding will continue long after it has faded into the darkness of space. The stars sleep, but we do not. We continue, always moving, always seeking, always dreaming. And in that pursuit, we find our place in the universe. Good night.